The first evidence of graffiti art appears thousands of years ago on the walls of the caves. Later, ancient Greeks and Romans wrote poems on buildings as a form of protest against current systems. Graffiti artists have now evolved of the need to present personal messages and advocacies across the urban landscapes around the world to reach out to a larger number of people outside the art galleries. YouTalk is very pleased to present today Egg Fiasco, a young Filipino urban artist. Your name is Egg Fiasco.
Yeah.
Can you explain where does it come from?
The story of Egg Fiasco is when graffiti era started. I was pretty exploring about graffiti and I didn't know about anything about it yet, but that night we needed to make a pseudonym, like a street name, right? So I was thinking like, since my friends they call me Geg or Egg because my name is Greg. It's funny, you know, Egg is a bit symbolic. It's a symbol of life and something I can have fun with. So I started writing my name as Egg. I'm doing illustrations of funny things. Later on, I was getting busy doing graffiti and I was hanging out with a crew where they're doing letter style. So with Egg, I can do anything because it's just 3 circle letters. This one time, I was watching a movie called Elizabethtown by Orlando Bloom. He's a shoe designer. He was explaining the word fiasco because he's a designer and nobody bought his design. He was saying a line that every fool can achieve a failure, but a fiasco it's another level. I got stuck in that phrase and I like the letters and I start using that as a graffiti name. Later on, I put them together, Egg and Fiasco. It's a positive and negative, so I have a little bit of yin-yang or a balance of name. I like it because it's easy to remember.
To show their face.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for this?
When I was young, we were doing a lot of graffiti and it's a bit illegal. So I'm not having people photograph my face, but later on, you know, I have got into a serious, like in an exhibition, I start signing my name and like people start to recognize me, so there's no point of hiding my identity anymore.
No, that's it. That's interesting, and certainly it comes with recognition, right?
Yeah.
And so, is graffiti artist the right definition of what you do, or is there another definition?
Work as a tattoo artist for several years, and I also doing exhibition. I design toys, and so it changes when you do a lot of different things. Right now, we are comfortable called urban artists.
Did you grow up here in Metro Manila?
I actually grew up in Iloilo.
In the Visayas?
In the Visayas Islands. Mm-hmm. I was brought here in Manila for studies during high school and then also college here in Manila.
Yes, what did you study?
Art is, you know, before traditionally art is not really making money or...
Right.
But it's the only thing that I really want to do. I choose advertising, so it's a bit art, but then I didn't pursue it because it's a complete opposite of what I really want to do.
And recently you had a collaboration with another urban artist, a graffiti artist, a French guy here in Manila. Could you tell us a bit more about the project? The
project was curated by Claire Piton and she proposed me with this project. It's a little bit late notice, but you know, something that I can't refuse because I'm going to collaborate with the guy I've known for years. I see his works in books in the library, and like it's something that I wish it's like a dream project for me.
What's the name of the other artist?
Sit, a legend in France in terms with graffiti and street art. Very talented guy and easy to work with, even though the wall is very challenging. We managed to make it more fun.
Where's the wall? Where can people see the wall?
Central Square, yes. It's behind the Uniqlo building, beside Landmark. It's a giant wall. I don't have the measurement, but I guess it's like
huge,
6-story building.
Yes.
And it's really huge. It's colossal.
how long did it take you with Fouad
We
to paint
managed to finish it 7 days, but maybe without the rain and all the machine malfunctioned and there's a lot of setbacks during the process. 7 days is pretty fast.
Did you paint mostly during the night or
During the night.
During the night only, right?
We noticed that it's always raining in the afternoon.
In the afternoon,
and it's really hot in the morning. And night is fun because the city sleeps and you're working, and it's like you own the city. It's like you see the cityscape while working. It's very dreamy and magical, and all the physicality. It's fun. It's like playing in a big playground.
How interesting is it to work with another artist who is so different in some ways, and I suppose very similar in other ways?
That's the accurate description, because what I love about it is the contrast of our style, and he's doing more on the freestyle, while me, I'm like more on linear, and the subject is more distinct. So I like the contrast a bit, and especially when he's doing the drips in the wall, it's amazing. And he plays around with this cheeky Chicanos. It's good in a different because I've never done that, like a very messy background. I think we really jibe.
Some of your recent works involve European inspiration, I would say. Like, what are the Greek?
Greek guys, yeah.
Yeah, Greek guys. Where does it come from?
Beside from, I'm a big fan of Greek and Roman mythology, because I also have a formal training at school. So I represent them as my painting days and my graffiti. So I try to combine the urban and the traditional. It's fun to like doing this contrast between the old and the new, and also the traditional medium and the modern medium together. It's like the past and the future meets with my paintings. So.
Have you done collaborations in the past?
Collaboration with other artists? Yeah, I've done a lot. Pre-pandemic, I always travel around Asia.
Right.
To participate with other festivals. So there we collaborate with other artists. Back in 2018, that's where I met Claire Piton. He organized the ASEAN Urban in Jakarta. And there we also collaborate with artists, local artists.
Yeah, you mostly travel in Asia?
In Asia, because here in the Philippines we don't have much of festival like this. So we try to represent, I try to represent the Philippines in neighboring countries.
Is it fair to say that there is a community of urban artists? Maybe in Asia or maybe even worldwide, and how do you get in contact with each other?
It's amazing because when we started traveling back in 2010, the community is it's big already. We know each other we always see each other during the festivals, and it's become a really tight community, and we try to learn from each other. I've learned a lot from my friends abroad also, and see how they're doing and their culture. Every city you go, there's a graffiti artist, and every time you go there, it's like an instant connection. It's like you haven't seen each other, but you already connect.
You mentioned the word pandemic. So how did you go through the pandemic? What was the impact on your art?
My coping mechanism during that time is just to continue doing art, to express myself. So my art really helps me how to because the industry stopped also. There's no shows, there's no gathering. So we try to express what we're feeling. Other artists could relate to this. They're doing the same thing.
And how did the community of urban artists, as a community, how did you continue to communicate between each other? Did you work from home? Did you exchange from home? How did it work for you?
Good thing there's the internet. We are communicating visually. Every time I see other artists upload their work, it's give you some kind of hope and inspiration to just continue and just moving forward, to express your anxiety through your art, not to stop you. That's the community does. Help each other by inspiring each other.
What kind of materials do you use for your art?
Well, it depends on what I'm doing. It's not like you're painting a canvas at home. It's different. You have to consider a lot of things. Spray paint is a way to go because it's you can instantly see the result. If the weather is good, sometimes we explore with house paints and anything that would stick a little bit longer and in the very harsh weather. At home, in doing my canvas, I don't have restriction when it comes to my medium, as long as it's effective.
Right. What would be your message for younger Filipinos who want to follow you in your footsteps?
If I'm gonna tell my younger version of me, it's very cliche to say this, but you just have to follow your heart. You do what you do best, not because somebody tell you what to do.
And you yourself, do you know already your next project, where you want to go from here?
Let's see what's the journey gonna go, but top of my list would be, to have maybe a European tour. Whatever the opportunity give me, it's something that I will look forward, and like I said, whatever my art takes me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.